Moxie Media presents Managing Stress on the Job. Let's face it, people seem to be under more stress today than ever before. Unfortunately, stress is not just something we feel. Stress has well-known serious physiological effects on our health. Stress has been linked to accelerated aging, high blood pressure, artery damage, heart disease, cancer, and many other illnesses. It is a great robber of the immune system and too often life itself.
Okay, well, nothing is more damaging to health and in terms of the fabric of our society today than the effects of mental stress in a 24-hour society where people are working harder than ever and trying to make ends meet. But stress is not just a psychological issue. You know, there's very few moments in our life we're not under some degree of stress. Let's understand a little bit more about the true physiology of the brain. Now, that is the base of your brain, an area near the hypothalamus. At the center and lower part of your brain is a stress center that, when activated, produces a tremendous reaction, causing a tremendous release of adrenaline that goes throughout the brain to activate the parts of the brain to make you alert and ready for danger. And then sends down the spinal cord to go to muscles to make the muscle in the neck and back more rigid so that you can throw your arms with more strength and your legs can run faster. And so you're prepared to fight. Again, though, it's not a fighting situation. It's not an escape situation. It is an argument with your wife. It's an argument with your son. An argument with your daughter. It is a tax bill you didn't expect. It is a car note that you can't afford. And so this adrenaline keeps secreting. The problem with this is that it's constantly activating the pituitary gland that activates what we call the adrenal glands situated on top of your kidneys that releases a very powerful neurohormone called cortisol. And what does cortisol do? Cortisol goes into the tissues. After it's released from that part of your brain, from the adrenal glands, it goes into the system, and the first thing it does, it breaks down muscle protein and releases amino acids into the blood. The amino acids are then used by the liver to form sugar called glucose. Remember, it's preparing you for war. It's preparing you for battle. And the primary energy to go into fighting or running from danger is to have the most expendable energy for your muscle, and that's glucose. So it's breaking down protein in your muscle to produce sugar that you use by the muscle. And chronically will cause serious damage. But that, remember, glucose, when it goes to the bloodstream, is going to cause insulin to be produced. Insulin, the hormone produced by the pancreas, insulin's primary responsibility is to control the amount of glucose and make sure it goes into the cells that it's intended to be used in. It also releases fatty acids from the fat cells for muscle energy as well. So now your blood becomes full of fatty acids and glucose in a body that's not doing anything because you're not fighting, you're not running, you're sitting there worrying about something that you feel like you have no control over. And so what this does, it triggers a hunger response and it deposits toxic fat in the abdominal area. So people under chronic stress also become hungry and reach for food, put it in their mouths to produce endorphins and other chemicals that relax the system, make them feel better to fight this chronic stress situation. So people under a lot of stress treat their stress not by exercise like they should be doing, but by reaching for food because of the effect of food on the hormones of your body that make you feel relaxed. After a big meal at 12 o'clock, how do you feel by 3 o'clock? You're ready to go to bed. Adrenaline constricts muscle and increases heart rate. So your heart starts beating faster. That raises your blood pressure. At the same time, stress causes the blood vessels to constrict, reducing the diameter of those blood vessels, which also further raises blood pressure. So two things are going on. Faster heart rate, smaller, thinner arteries that squeeze up on you, blood pressure goes sky high.